Transformers: The Last Night is the 5th film in the Michael Bay Transformers movie universe, and this time the studio has gone all in on this movie like a drunk guy going all in a poker game with a shit hand. Only instead of a shit hand, it's a movie universe of about 5 overall meh films, ranging from okay to why. But of course, this isn't a review channel. Instead, we're here to explain the ending of Transformers: The Last Night, as well as talk about what Paramount and Hasbro have in store for the future of the Transformer films. Hasbro, of course, being the toy and collectible company that owns the rights to the Transformer name. And speaking of geeky goodies and collectibles, it's time to tell you all that this video is brought to you by Geek Fuel, the really cool monthly subscription box full of several exclusive geeky items, where each box is a guaranteed value of $50 or more, and always includes a t-shirt, games, and collectibles. And by using the link in the description below, you can take an entire $3 off your next Geek Fuel purchase. That's geekfuel.com/fingabang. Get yours today. This month's theme is Blast from the Past, and you can get cool items like a Funko Morphe's Baby Groot plush doll, or even a Rocket Raccoon plush, an exclusive Amazing Spider-Man poster art, a free downloadable Steam game, exclusive Epic Enamels Mario Kart pin, a Gray Sports Automatic Replica journal, and of course an exclusive fucking t-shirt! This month featuring arcade classic Space Invaders. Anyway, back to the movie. It seems like Transformers will be taking a blast from the past approach to the future of its cinematic universe, but before I go into that, just know that everything from here on out is major movie ruining spoilers to Transformers: The Last Night, as well as some of the Transformers lore from the animated series, so you've been warned. And sorry, no full-on breakdown and recap this time, as this film was, as Autobot Hound, voiced by John Goodman, described himself, a 5-pound bag with 10 pounds of shit in it. The main question we're left with at the film's conclusion is, will there be a sequel to The Last Night? Who is the woman in the blue dress who, under her human form, appears to be robotic? What dangerous secret is still buried underneath the earth, as Optimus said in his closing lines? And does it have something to do with the 6 horns sprouting from the Earth's surface that were never used? And what's next in the lineup of Transformer films? So really quick breakdown. The Last Night is overall about one thing: keeping the weapon known as the Staff away from the Decepticons and Cybertron. In the film's opening scene, it said that about 1600 years ago in the Dark Ages in England, an alien ship crashed on Earth with the Staff, stolen by the Knights of Cybertron, who bestowed it upon the humans, as the Transformer Knights believed in humanity and wanted to help Earth as much as possible. The opposite intention of Cybertron as its leader/creator of Autobots and Decepticons, Quintessa, needs to essentially suck the life from Earth, which they call Unicron, in order for their planet to survive. After about 15 huge battle sequences, which, don't get me wrong, look awesome, but there can be too much of a good thing. And I mean, also, I thought Anthony Hopkins was great. But anyway, after those battle sequences, Cybertron is destroyed and crash lands on Earth, essentially making the two worlds one, as Optimus says. Then we get to the film's conclusion, somewhere in the desert, where a woman in a flowing blue dress approaches a man in the desert who is studying one of the 6 horns, and says, "Don't touch him, he doesn't like that, but I can show you how to kill him." The actress is Gemma Chan, playing a human form of Quintessa, and for those who don't know, Quintessa is part of a race of creators known as Quintessons. They are not known for using brute force to get their way like the Decepticons. Instead, they use manipulation, just like she did with Optimus to make him briefly turn bad. So what exactly are her intentions? Why did she refer to the horn as him? And will these Transformer films ever just die already? No. But to answer the other questions, her planet of Cybertron is destroyed, so why help Earth by killing this thing? This may be getting into major spoiler territory for an untitled Transformer film set to release in June of 2019, but really briefly, here we go. The name Unicron is played as more of an alternate name to Earth in The Last Night, when in truth, Unicron is actually a gargantuan living being that resides in Earth's core, who is also known as the Bringer of Chaos. Where within the core of Cybertron resides another massive being, the twin brother of Unicron, called Primus, known as a being of good. So when Cybertron got closer to Earth and suddenly these 6 horns seemed to appear out of nowhere, that was Unicron preparing to defend himself. And you'll recall Megatron being spotted at all 6 locations by the Earth military, where in the animated series Megatron and Unicron have worked together, so this may have just been Megatron trying to communicate with Unicron, although that contradicts him giving the staff to Tessa, which would have destroyed Unicron. But look out for that in the 6th film. And also, Unicron is what Optimus Prime was referring to when he said there's a dangerous secret buried beneath the Earth, meaning literally, there's basically a Transformer god living in the Earth, which is what Cybertron was trying to expose by dragging the pieces of planet along Earth's surface to defeat Unicron once and for all. But now that Cybertron is destroyed, it's unclear if Primus was destroyed in the process, and now it seems Earth's only chance for survival is to listen to Quintessa in human form, as she may be the only one that can stop Unicron from breaching Earth's surface, destroying all life on Earth as we know it. So that's the ending explained of Transformers Last Night. Now on to what's in store for the future of the Transformers movie universe. What we know, who's starring in upcoming projects, and so on. For those who didn't know, Transformers Last Night was Mark Wahlberg's final appearance in the series, and as I mentioned earlier, there is an untitled Transformers 6 project being developed set for 2019, so what's lined up next in 2018? Following a similar formula to that of 20th Century Fox's X-Men universe, they're going backwards. Cause sometimes to go forward, you gotta go back to the future. Shit, wrong movie. Well, anyway, there's a lot planned for the future of the Transformerverse by going to the past. First up, with a completed script written by Christina Hodson, a director already chosen in Kubo and Two Strings director Travis Knight, and principal photography expected to begin later this year, is a solo Bumblebee prequel set to release on June 8th of 2018. The solo Bumblebee film does seem to be predominantly story-driven, as it has been said to have the least amount of Autobots that we've seen on film so far, but even more important is due to the success of the Transformer films based on the Hasbro toy line, Hasbro has decided to start their own movie production company called AllSpark Pictures, as part of the Hasbro Studios LLC that does all their animated shows. With AllSpark Pictures' first official film, the My Little Pony movie, releasing on October 6th of this year. But we're not here to talk about ponies, we're here to talk about fucking Autobots and Decepticons. Anyway, as mentioned, with Hasbro now having their own film production company, that means they can break away from their Paramount partnership exactly like Marvel did after creating their own production company, Marvel Studios. This gives them a lot more flexibility as far as doing basically whatever they want to do, and not what the big studio financially backing them wants. Unfortunately, with this new company does come a big change in tone with these movies, as they will be a lot more family friendly, and it promises to aim at a much younger crowd. And I mean, like, what the literal fuck? It's not like these last few years haven't proven that even going for a hard R rating can't be successful, so why go the other way? So to me, this feels like a horrible decision, but whatever. I mean, as long as Bumblebee isn't peeing on people again. Ugh, that movie went from PG-13 to an R. Kelly video. And it's still unclear if the direct sequel to The Last Night will follow this same family-friendly formula, which is hard to believe after that movie dropped like 50 shit bombs, and Michael Bay has said that he won't be directing Transformers 6, so don't expect that or the Bumblebee film to be an orgy of explosions like we've seen in the past. Anyway, as far as what we know for the synopsis of the Bumblebee solo film, it will be a prequel set in the 1980s, so before Bumblebee meets Shia LaBeouf's Sam Witwicky. The human lead in the film will be star of the Edge of 17 film, Haley Steinfeld, playing a tomboyish mechanic who discovers Bumblebee hiding on a used car lot. Wait a minute, a young girl discovering a sentient car who, if they stick to the original Autobots, happens to be a Volkswagen Beetle? And then later that girl develops a severe drug and drinking addiction, and... Wait, sorry, I got off course there. Anyway, it's a story we've seen before, and it's also pretty similar to the first Transformers film, sort of combining Shia and Megan Fox's character. After this, it's believed that other characters from the 1980s animated TV series will get their shot at a solo film, and there's even rumors of Hasbro rebooting the G.I. Joe film franchise, and possibly having some crossovers with the Transformer films. Hasbro no doubt is going to go a bit crazy over these next few years, and as soon as they drop any more news, I'll be sure to let you all know here first. Anyway, that's everything I have for the ending explained of The Last Night and the future of the Transformers movie universe. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe below, and tell me your thoughts on the film. Also be sure to tell me what kind of story arcs you would like to see in the future of Transformer films, and how you feel about this family-friendly approach that Hasbro is taking. And don't forget, as always, this is 5 Fingers Explains Everything with the Fingerbang Show. It's more than meets the eye.